Welcome to WrenchWay Weekly, where we talk about the industry's hot topics, highlight the voices of technicians, and educate shops and dealerships on how to help improve the industry. If you haven't already, please subscribe to our YouTube channel and give our video a thumbs up if you like what we're doing. I am excited, before we get going on the topic of this week, to announce that somebody did win our Queen of Hearts jackpot that was up to $2,400. So we're going to be able to write a $2,400 check. Stay tuned to learn who won that prize. Really excited for that individual. The topic for this week is, how important do you think it is for technicians to have certifications? It broke down as extremely important at 62%, 38% said somewhat important, and 0% said not at all important. Obviously, as we look into the data here, there is some significance to certifications, right? And with 62%, a large majority saying that they're extremely important. And I think you get varied responses on how important people feel that they are. We had a couple great quotes right off the bat from our WrenchWay Insiders. The first being, as a dealer technician, certification is everything. The manufacturer uses your certification level to gauge what types of jobs you're allowed to perform. Apart from that, it speaks to the customers' employers about our willingness to stay current with an ever-changing industry. A trainer once shared some great wisdom that applies here. There's no excuse for being ignorant about our product. And I 100% agree. I think there's some level of liability concerns for an uneducated technician. I think being able to have that certification gives you some credibility. It builds that trust with a customer. And it really builds that trust with an employer, right? So if that employer sees that you're going the extra mile, you're getting those certifications, and you're really going out of your way to do that, there's a lot of value in that. The second quote that we had was, if you're dedicated to excellence, you'll want to show the world you put out effort into being the best. On that note, though, ASE tests are way too expensive, and shops should be paying for these tests. 35 plus years, and not once has passing a test or passing a test that I laid money out for and studied for, have I received any sort of raise. So basically saying that there's been no financial benefit to him getting a raise. I am seeing a shift in the industry in regard to that. More shops are paying for those certifications. We just had VIP Tires and Service on our roundtable. They're actually paying for all certifications, whether and actually how many times they're taking the test doesn't matter. If they take it and they fail, they're still paying for it. So, and then they're compensating them for when they do pass them and helping them get further in their career. I think it's extremely important to note the expectations and show the expectations from a shop manager standpoint of how do you value certifications, right? And that could be ASE certifications, that could be factory certifications. Obviously, in some dealerships, that factory certification is going to dictate whether you can work on a car or not, or if you can do or perform warranty repairs or not. ASE certifications might be more of a characteristic or a certification that shows the world what your capabilities are, what your talent is. And so I think, this kind of stems from our WrenchWay Roundtable that we had in February that talked about career development for techs. This is a really good spot to work on career development. And if it is important to you as a shop, make sure that you're identifying a path to getting those certifications. If it is important to you and you want it to be a part of your ongoing development of a technician, lay out what that means to the technician. If they complete this many ASEs or this many factory certifications, they get to this level of factory certification, what does that mean to their paycheck? What does it do for them? Does it give them maybe some extra level of benefit that they might not get otherwise? I think it's really important to identify that. And then just as a whole, there's lots of discussions as you go onto message boards on Facebook, or if you go anywhere where technicians are conversing, as to how important certifications are in general, right? And it's a little different in the US in that we don't have an actual certification to work on vehicles. If you want to go work on a vehicle, you can just go out, but it's not like a doctor where you need a medical license to go do that job. And we're doing some pretty important stuff, right? If you're working on brakes, or say you're working on a piece of equipment and you're working on a hydraulic cylinder that happens to fail when somebody's underneath of it, there's going to be consequences for that. And I think it's so important that the certifications are a piece of that puzzle. Now, I will say it's a piece of the puzzle. I don't think it's the full puzzle. Just because you have an ASE certification doesn't mean that you've got everything going for you, right? I've had good techs that weren't ASE certified that worked for me, and I think I didn't think any less of them as a result of them not having ASE certifications. I think a lot of it can come down to marketing and what you're marketing to your customers. The factory certifications, it was very similar. I had some really good veteran techs, especially some that were getting a little bit older in age that didn't want to keep going to training. So they elected not to get those. And the tough part was they were really, really good techs, and you didn't want to punish them. So it made some kind of weird relationship there. I do think training and being able to kind of just keep going with that and continuing to develop your career is such an important piece. And if that means that you're studying for an ASE certification or a factory certification of some type, you're helping get yourself better, right? It's a piece of the puzzle. And similar to what we talk about with soft skills, where the more you can develop that, the more complete technician you're going to be. The more comfortable people are going to have you to be in front of people. And if you've got that patch on your shirt, that does a lot of good for you, right? So I think that's, my personal opinion is there's a ton of value in certifications, and something that it does feel like there's a split in our industry as far as how many people find it to be important. To get even further into the subject, we did ask our WrenchWay Insiders a few more questions. Really, for reference, we asked our insiders a few questions to get a better understanding of their background and their experience with certifications. And the first question we asked was, when asked if they obtained technician certifications, 95% said yes, and the other 5% that said no, they plan to. So 95% said yes, that they have obtained technician certifications. That's a lot of people. That, I think, proves the credibility behind it. We also asked if their shop requires or encourages them to have certifications. This one was kind of split. 37% said that their shops require certifications. Another 37% said that their shop encourages certifications. And 26% said flat out no, their shop doesn't require them or really encourage them to go get certifications. And lastly, we asked if their shop pays for certifications. This one I was really, really surprised with. 76% said yes, that their shops do pay for their certifications, while 24% said no. Thank you again to all of our WrenchWay Insiders for your feedback. I love the questions where we're able to kind of dig even deeper into a subject, and hopefully we'll hit some podcasts where we dive even deeper into the data that comes out of this, because I think there's some really, really good stuff there, and even the part about paying for certifications, not something I would have thought. So thank you again to all you WrenchWay Insiders. As you know, if you answer our topic of the week in the WrenchWay Insiders mobile app, you get a crack at playing our higher or lower game. You can compete to win our weekly giveaway prize, which is typically a $100 gift card. This week, we were lucky enough to have a sponsor for that $100 gift card, and that sponsor was Diesel Laptops. I've talked about it in the past on some other WrenchWay Weeklies and some of our other content, but what Tyler Robertson and his team at Diesel Laptops does is revolutionary. They are great, great people. If you're in that business and you want software to be able to fix things, Diesel Laptops is where you should go. They are amazing. What's cool about this week? We had a winner that was even more of a winner, right? He won the $100 Amazon gift card. He then flipped to the Queen of Hearts on our on our Queen of Hearts game. He actually got the Queen of Hearts and won the big prize, the $2,400 check that it was coming his way. And our winner of that was Chris Johnson, and he had a high score on the higher lower game of 38, which got him the $100 Amazon gift card. And then the Queen of Hearts, where he gets $2,400 of cold hard cash. So congratulations, Chris. This is a really, really big deal. We appreciate all of the answers you've put in and all of the time you've put in. This is very, very much very well deserved. So appreciate that. It's very, very exciting. Congratulations. Since he turned over the Queen of Hearts, the pot rolls back over again, right? So we're actually starting a new game from the pot begins at $500. So it's not like you're going back to $100. We're actually going back to $500. So even if you were to happen to flip the Queen of Hearts next week, you'd still get $500 on top of your $100 weekly gift card. So still plenty of incentive to go play. We just posted new challenges, so go complete those challenges to earn more points, play that higher or lower game, and get a chance to play that Queen of Hearts, and hopefully you'll be as lucky as Chris and win that $2,400. We'd love to hear your feedback, obviously, on all of this stuff, but the topic for this week is, what is the biggest factor that makes you stay working at a shop or dealership? This question really stems from our roundtable. We had Damon Agostino, who's a technician down in Florida, talk about what makes him like his job and why he loves where he's at. That really, really hit home with me. And this question, I'm really curious to see what really drives you to want to stay at your shop or dealership. We obviously want your feedback. To provide your feedback, go to the WrenchWay Insiders app, find the poll titled WrenchWay Weekly, Topic of the Week. Answer that, and you'll get a shot at this at the prize. Lastly, if you like what we're doing, please don't forget to subscribe to us on YouTube and give this video a thumbs up. Thank you so much to all of our WrenchWay Insiders. We greatly appreciate you and hope you have a great week. Congrats again to Chris Johnson. Hope you're able to put that $2,400 to use. Take care.